Get in here. Here's my microphone. Let me make sure it's close enough. Is the screen on? Y'all ain't doing nothing. Oh my gosh. Hold on. What's going on with the computer? I gotta plug it in. Hold on. I think I am plugging my computer. Hold on, y'all. Y'all ain't doing nothing. Okay. Okay, here we go. Oh, Lord, y'all. I know I ain't been on live in a minute. Haven't been on live in a minute, but that is okay. That is okay. All right? I know I haven't been on live in a minute, but get in here, get in here, get in here. Oh, my goodness, y'all. Hey, y'all, let me know where you at. Let me know where you're from. Here's the thing. I'm going to answer what I want to answer. I'm not going to answer what I don't want to answer. And if I see your question and I don't want to answer, I'm going to skip it. But if I don't see your question, I'm not going to answer it. So you see how this goes? It comes down to I only answer what I want to answer. You see how that goes? It's a very simple formula. I am making it a goal to do 3 things on my to-do list. I'm going to be working on the computer while I'm talking to y'all. We're going to be multitasking. I'm in the background here. Muscles, since when? Since forever. Welcome, honey. Welcome. Been away. You know, can I tell you a secret, y'all? So, I've worked out for a long time. Sometimes more than others. Let's be clear about that at least. But, in the past, because I wanted to be taken more seriously, I would not show my body on camera. I would wear sweaters. If you look at my past videos, I was always in suits or sweaters and always covered up from the neck down. Okay. I look like a Pentecostal housewife. No shade to them, but that's what I look like. And it was because I wanted to be taken seriously, you know? And so after a while, when people started taking me seriously, then I was like, okay, I can dress how I really want to dress. But yeah, that was the thing for me. Yeah. So write your questions. I'm going to answer what I want to answer. Let's see what the questions are in the box. No questions in the box yet? I got my hair done today, so don't you like it? You like it? Anyway, y'all, write your questions in here, else I'm getting off. Okay? We are the world. We are the children. Can I call you? No, I don't know who you are. We are the ones who make a better place, but let's start giving. I just watched this Beyonce video. What's the name? Beyonce singing "We Are the World." She wasn't singing; they was filming her at the Grammys. Can we get a shout out to Beyonce who won that award? All right. You say you've been missing me. I've been missing you too. Ooh, I'm missing you. Tell me how the road turns. Tell me how. Hey, Brian. Oh, y'all wrote some questions in here? Let me see here. Why do men say you nagging them when you're trying to communicate with them? Let me say this, sugar. Okay, first of all, sometimes you are nagging. Because it's not about what you're saying, it's about how you're saying it. But let's be clear, okay? If a man focuses on saying you're nagging him, then I think that is a very... let me put it like this. Anytime someone who claims to love you, when someone who claims to love you or care about you chooses to focus on how you're saying what you're saying rather than focusing on what you're saying, and they use that as a way, as an excuse to not have to take you seriously, or as an excuse for deflecting. Well, I can't hear you when you talk to me like that. Or why you got to nag? Or what's another way they do it? I don't like your tone. Anytime they focus so much on how you're saying it that they won't listen to what you're saying, what they're really telling you is that I don't care what you're saying. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try very immature defensive mechanisms as a way to deflect and distract away from what you're saying, because I don't want to be held accountable. So it's easier for me to focus on the tone of your voice and your delivery rather than focusing on what's the essence of what you're saying. That's not to say that you're not accountable for how you speak and what you say. That's not to say that at all. You are accountable for what you say and how you say it. However, a relationship is not full of perfect people. A relationship is 2 imperfect people trying to create perfect outcomes. So if someone really cares about you, they're not going to say you're nagging as a way to deflect, right? What they're going to say is they're going to listen to you to the best of their ability. You may even trigger them, but they're going to say, after everything's said and done, babe, next time when you come to me, you don't have to, say what you feel repeatedly. You can say it once. I promise you I'm going to remember. Give me next time. Let me prove it to you. You see where I'm going with that? Let me see here. How can I make my daughter understand that she shouldn't be doing wifey stuff as a girlfriend? She won't listen to me. She says I'm preaching. You can't tell her nothing, baby. Let her do it. How did we learn? We learned by being wifey to men who weren't our husbands. And then ultimately, when we weren't with him no more, we regretted the energy that we put in him. When he didn't value us anymore, we regretted the energy we put into him. She gonna learn the same way we learned. Let her learn. And in fact, she gonna learn it faster once you start trying to teach her it. You tell her one time and let her do it. Baby, you don't think, baby, I'm not in your shoes. And I may even be wrong. That's what you tell him. You say, I may even be wrong. I don't know. I could be wrong, baby. You know, I know what I did and I know what my generation did, but that may not be what you want to do. But just for me, baby, I don't know. When I look back at my choices, I regret. Focus on you. I regret when I feel like I did so much more for a man than what he did for me. I regret when I, did these things for a man before he committed to me and married me. But, it may be different for you. I'm just telling you what my feelings were. So you ain't got to do what I did, because maybe I'm just projecting. But I'm just telling you my story. It's going to get in her head. It's going to get in her head. It's going to get in her head, and she's going to remember it. Trust me, she will. Is this lamp plugged in? I think I may have an extra light. Hold on. She's going to remember it. Ah, we got an extra light. It's too bright, though. Okay. That's way too bright. Okay. It's going to get in her head. She's going to remember it. This is not just for your children. This is for adults also. I need to check my blood pressure. Honey, when I tell you this the other day, it's probably, you think my blood pressure is going to be low now, even though I'm doing all this talking? I just came in from working out. We'll wait a couple minutes before I check my blood pressure. Yesterday, I went to the pharmacy to check my blood pressure. I realized when I did my last, when I went to the doctor and everything like that, they ran everything, but they didn't do my blood pressure, right? And I said, oh, shoot. Maybe they forgot it. They just didn't put it on the little thing that you log in and see. And so I was like, I want to know my blood pressure. I think it should be good. Anyway, I went to the doctor yesterday, not the doctor, the pharmacy, because they do it at the pharmacy, right? And when I went there, it was not that fabulous. I was like, what? And they were like, are you nervous? I was like, I'm not nervous. I thought I was maintaining my blood pressure pretty good. Anyway, so I bought a blood pressure machine so that I could do it at home. And so I ran it twice last night, and I ran it this morning, and it was fabulous. It was fabulous. So I want to do it again. All right? Just to confirm. Okay? Let me see here. Let me see here. The guy I thought was my boyfriend just told... Well, hold on. Why you thought he was your boyfriend? If you knew he was your boyfriend... Let me stop. I'm not going to be judgmental, honestly. I'm going to read the question first. The guy I thought was my boyfriend just told me he's seeing someone else because he told me 2 years ago to move in and I didn't. It was just the right time. It just was not the right time. How should I navigate this conversation with him? I'm hurting. Did he have a conversation with you when he went out and got somebody else? Did he have a conversation with you when he tried to gaslight you into believing that his deceptive behavior, because it is deceptive. It is deceptive. He knew that y'all had it's deceptive let me say this. If he thought or knew that y'all had some level of commitment towards one another, because sometimes commitment is always spoken. I know when you commit to me, you know when I'm committing to you, right? A conversation is helpful, but it doesn't always have to be had about every single thing. So he knew that there was a certain dynamic, right? And then he went ahead and did what he did when he got somebody else. Did he get your permission to go do that? Even if he was operating in the right, did he get your permission to go do that? No? Then why you got to have a conversation with him? Girl, I don't have a conversation with men about when they doing stuff that hurt me. The hell? When you egregiously hurting me, the fuck we got to have a conversation about? What you want him to do? Hurt you more? What you want him to say? I'm sorry, baby. You're right. I'm going to leave her for you. That was the conversation. You don't need to have no other conversation. Got my pressure. No, let me see. Hold on. Yeah. All right, y'all. I'm doing my blood pressure here. Okay, let's see here. All right, what's my next question? Let me see. I'm reading the next one. He had a girl best friend of 5 years before I came into his life. They had a talking stage, and she still wants to be, and he still wants to be her friend. It makes me uncomfortable, but he still wants to talk and be her friend. Should I leave? I'm 19. Let me read my pressure, and I'm going to answer your question. Hold on, y'all. Don't get my pressure. You said don't talk about getting my blood pressure? Well, talk to me. I don't know if this is going to work, me doing my pressure while y'all on here, because I got to talk. Hold on. If someone asks what I'm doing, write it in the comments. Let me see what ChatGPT say about my blood pressure. Hold on. I have to give it context. I say I was just jogging. Then I got on IG Live and was talking. Then I ran my pressure. It was, I ain't telling y'all just in case it's not good. Should I do it again? Let's see what ChatGPT says. Hold on. I'm trying to read it. Hold on. Oh no, they said it's normal. Okay, that's fabulous. Okay, because this morning, hold on, let me tell you what it was this morning. I gotta find it here. Hold on. I gotta find it. I'm like, hold on. Okay, this morning was 107 over 66. 107 over 66. Okay. Last night before bed, hold on. Let me find it. Was 113 over 59. They said the lower number was too low. Okay. So the one today, the one I just did, which they said was a little higher, was 113 over 77. 113 over 77. That's what it says, 113 over 77. So here's what it says. It says, your blood pressure reading of 113 over 77 after jogging and talking on IG Live is normal and actually a healthy post-exercise reading. If you're curious, they say you can take it again after 5 to 10 minutes. Okay. Yeah, he said it's normal. It's higher than what it was earlier, I guess. Okay. Okay, I'll do it again later. Okay. Let me take this off. We're no spring chickens, girls. We need to know what's going on. Okay. Nadia Fobb says, she's a nurse here. That's all normal blood pressure, MJ. Okay, good. Thank you. Okay, yours is 124 over 77. Somebody wrote that in here. Keonda wrote that in here. Keonda Gaines. All right. Hey, Terry. Let me see here. All right. What's my next question? Why does the dynamic oh, hold on. I'm supposed to read a question here. Oh, okay. You're talking about this. You say you're 19. Hey, Suge. You my niece now. You said he had a girl best friend of 5 years before I came into his life. They had a talking phase, and now she still wants to be his friend. They still want to be friends, but you feel uncomfortable with it. Okay, let me share with you my personal story. I dated a guy for years. And then after we broke up, probably, we dated for years, lived together also. And then after we broke up, probably for like a year, we didn't talk a whole lot. Then after about a year, I remember one night he called me up. It was like a Friday night. And I'm like, why is he calling me? I was like, hello. Hello, Ike. Y'all remember What's Up got to do with it? Hello, Ike. He wasn't Ike. I'm just saying it. It's just I remember that movie. I was like, hello. He said, can I talk to you about something? Yes. You can. Go on. And he said, when we was together all those years, you was my best friend. I said, Go on. He said, I'm going through something. I don't know who else to talk to about it. Can I talk to you about it? Well, go ahead. Go on now. And we became some of the best friends. In my life, in this point, it's been so many years and we still the closest of friends. My point is this. If we wanted to be together, we would have still been together. We broke up because we didn't want to be together. So when I did over the years have boyfriends, and I remember one specifically, and this is why he didn't remain my boyfriend, he didn't like the idea that I was friends with this guy. And I was like, well, just because we started a relationship as, partners or whatever, doesn't mean that we can't be friends. In fact, the fact that we can be friends today, to me, is a reflection of a healthy breakup. We have healthy boundaries. Ain't nobody spending the night at each other's house, doing nothing crazy, nothing like that. In fact, when I would date somebody new, I would bring him around them. I'd be like, hey, I want you to meet my friends. And I would be honest, me and him dated 5 years ago, 8 years ago, 10 years ago, whatever it was, right? And this is his new boyfriend, whatever it may be, just so that people could get comfortable, right? So I felt like I did my part. I felt like if you didn't like it, I'm sorry. I can't cut every relationship in my life just because there may be history there, right? So my point to you is this, my dear. If you're uncomfortable with it, there's nothing wrong with being uncomfortable with it. I'm not here to judge you for that, right? But what I am here to say is the older that you get, this situation may come up again. May not be often, but it may come up again. That maybe you find a guy and you really like him, but the mother of his children is still in his life. They obviously had an intimate relationship. They got kids together, right? Or you meet somebody and, I don't know, whatever, people didn't just appear on this earth the day they met you. They have histories. They have pasts. So focus less on what their relationship was in the past and focus on what are their dynamics today. Are there healthy boundaries? Are they respectful? How does she treat you? Are there healthy, respectful boundaries? If there are, then I think you don't have really much to worry about. That's my personal opinion, All right. The question was, she's dating a guy who is still friends with his ex. Or the girl's not even his ex. It's a girl that he had a talking phase with. So he tried to get to know her and they decided they didn't want to date. That's really what it comes down to me, right? They tried, it didn't work, right? Which makes me think it must really have not been that substantial because they tried and it didn't work. And it was 5 years ago, right? And she's like, I'm not comfortable with that girl being his friend. I don't see an issue with it unless there's boundaries not being observed. It is. And in my family, it's not uncommon. There's a whole lot of people in my family who still friends with their ex-husband. I'm thinking about one of my cousins specifically. Her ex-husband from decades ago still is at every family event, everything. If he not there, I'm like, where he at? You see what I'm saying? I don't even think of him as her ex-husband. I think of him as just, that's so-and-so. You know what I mean? We don't, you know what I mean? So my family's a little different. Let's see here. Okay. There's a guy I'm dating. A guy I'm dating would be very touchy-feely with friends such as head on lap, head on shoulder, and cuddling during movies. Once... All right. I got to read through this question because it's getting a little spicy and I'm not going to get in trouble. Actually... Okay, if a guy you're dating is being too touchy-feely with friends, talk to him about it. If he doesn't want to observe those boundaries, then be done. I remember I dated a guy who was like that, where I don't give a damn about all this free love, blah, 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 new age shit. I don't give a fuck about 2025, 2026. I don't give a fuck about that. You know what I'm saying? I'm grown, okay? And if you want me, then you want my old school values too. You know what I'm saying? And you being all touchy-feely beyond the point of what's appropriate with people, friends, and everything like that, that don't work for me. Find somebody else. Get somebody else to it, but that don't work for me, and I will never be okay with it. And I was dating this guy where he was like that. He was a little too touchy-feely, always a little too flirty. Oh, I'm just playing. No, you gaslighting because you old enough, you big grown enough to know that that's inappropriate. And you doing that anyway, and you trying to convince me that you just playing. I'm good on that. Baby. I'm not going to change my values. I'm going to change you out. All right? Get on out of here. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel about it. All right? Mm-hmm. Let me see. I'm too old for that. Let me see here. What would you say healthy boundaries with close friends with exes would look like? I think, first of all, healthy boundaries is, first of all, talking to your partner about what are they comfortable with. Because you can have your own boundaries, but when you get with your partner, trust and believe, you may have to adjust some of those boundaries because of the fact that maybe you cool with, me and my friends are very... When me and my friends go out and this is not me talking for me, I'm just giving an example. When me and my friends go out, for example, we go out and we drink and blah, 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 and we all come back to each other's house and we may fall asleep at each other's house at night. Well, you get a man, he don't want to hear about you falling asleep at some man's house that used to be your man or your date back in the day. Because I'm so sorry, I just fell asleep at his house. That boundary was okay before. But not when you got a man, if he not okay with it. Right? That's not going to work. So my thing is, you may have to cut back on certain things. You know what I'm saying? So I think that it's just talk about what you're comfortable with. Be honest. I am not willing to sit up here and be sad and be uncomfortable about nothing. Be honest. I'm uncomfortable I don't like when well, don't even make it I don't like. I'm not really comfortable with any person I'm in a relationship spending the night over their friends' houses, over their ex's house. I know y'all are friends, but that just doesn't make me comfortable. You know what I'm saying? You say, how do you stop oversharing? By shutting your mouth. When you feel yourself about to start talking too much, shut up. People are like, girl, what was you about to say? What was you about to say? Thank you, Jamarcus. But what you gonna say? That's one thing about me. You ain't gotta worry about me oversharing. Like, oh, you so quiet. You don't be telling us nothing. Because I ain't got nothing to say. For real, you ain't got nothing to say? Mm-mm. What you think about this, though? They ask, what you think about this, though? I was just curious. What did you say you did? Because some people try to get information on you by acting like you already told them. What did you say before about your blah, 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 blah? I didn't. You said, I'm just pretty. Thank you, baby. What'd you say before? I didn't say anything. Oh. Girl, no. I don't trust these people. I don't trust these people. Okay? Real talk. The level of betrayal that I've dealt with in my life from people I thought would never betray me. Okay? You think I trust your ass? The fuck I do. And I'm not traumatized. I'm just experienced. I don't give a fuck who you are. Okay? There's a short list of people that I trust unconditionally. And they wouldn't even fill up this hand. Who are they? I'll never tell you. I will never tell you. Right? Some people you may think, oh yeah, I think they trust them. And some think you, like, who? Nope. I'm a Pisces. People say, oh, if I look at you and you be like, oh, you looking at me like you don't trust me. It's because I don't. Because I don't. You look at me like you don't like me because I don't. You see what I'm saying? So nah. You overshare by remembering what happens when you avoid oversharing, or you stop yourself from oversharing by remembering what happened the last time you overshared. You stop oversharing by remembering the people that harmed you and betrayed you. That's how you stop oversharing. That's how you do it. Remember that. Remember what they did to you when you overshared. Remember what happened to you when you was too nice. Remember that. That ain't, oh, you got to forgive, baby. I can forgive. But baby, I'll be a fool to forget. How am I going to protect myself from the venomous snakes that's out there if I keep on walking through the same fields where they live? Nah, my boo. This ain't sweet, baby. This ain't sweet. You thought it was sweet? No, this ain't sweet, baby. Because here's the thing. You're not protecting you protecting them. If you know like I know, you know what I'm talking about. Because I'll tell you this, you take my kindness for weakness, I'll show you the devil. If you take my kindness for weakness, I'll show you the devil. If you betray me, baby. You know what I'm talking about? You ever been through something, baby? It changes who you are, changes the fibers of your being. And so with that said, I know what I'm capable of. Right? I'm probably worse than I know that I'm capable of. So with that said, to protect myself, I don't overshare. I don't want to share. I don't want to put you in the lion's den, because if I overshare with you and give you information that you don't need or deserve, and you go out here and betray me, baby, you just put yourself in danger. Figuratively speaking. You know what I mean? So no, I don't do that. You know? Let me see here. Why does the dynamic shift when you're texting a guy who's been clearly interested and playful, but then suddenly the tone changes and it doesn't feel that way anymore? He still reaches out, but it just feels different. What causes the shift? Well, it could be a couple of things, okay? First of all, men show a lot of interest up front because they're curious. A man who shows a lot of interest, see, that's the problem. Y'all be judging a man's feelings in you based on what he did in that original month that he was getting to know you, when he was excited. You know what I'm saying? But they're human just like you are. And as they get to know you more, or as they may realize, damn, we're not compatible, or damn, you're not what I want, or damn, sometimes they see that there are traits about them that you wouldn't like. So they back off of it. They back off of you or slow down because they say, damn, I know I'm not the one for you. They're not going to tell you that, but they know they're not. You get where I'm going with that? But on the other side, let's say you've been talking for a while. He was really enthusiastic, but now y'all kind of getting locked in and you feel like his enthusiasm's wearing down. Sometimes it's because he really likes you and he trusts that you're going to be there. Sometimes, now I'm not talking about him ignoring you, but I'm talking about like he just kind of chill now. When a man feels safe, he's not trying to overfunction anymore. Sometimes what you got in the beginning was a reflection of his insecurity. He was overfunctioning in order to get you, in order to keep you, right? But now he's got you. Now he knows you're there. Now he feels comfortable and safe. Now he's kind of, not that he's not making any efforts, but his efforts are not going to be so overly performative. You know what I mean? So I'm saying that doesn't mean that he shouldn't keep up some of that same energy that got you in the first place, but give people grace sometimes to show you their feelings about you in this new phase that you're in. Right? You can be honest with them and say, oh, baby, I love when you used to blah, blah. Or not when you used to. Make it present tense. Baby, I love when you X, Y, Z. Even though it's from the past, use it in present tense. Baby, I love when you be calling me at work sometimes and you be like just surprising me at work with lunch. Damn, he be like, damn, I ain't done that in a while. I know, but I love it when you do it. It's just so, it fills me up. You see how you're doing, you're coaching him into doing it without making it about deficiency. You know what I'm saying? So gently use positive reinforcement to show him what it is that you want him to keep doing, while at the same time understanding that the way his love shows up today may not be the same way that it showed up yesterday. But the key is to focus on, is it still showing up in a way that is discernible? You know what I'm saying? Would a man who loves you ever refrain from reaching out due to ego, or will he always be shallow, or will he always swallow his pride? Men are humans just like you. Sometimes their egos will stop them from reaching out. Sometimes their triggers will stop them from reaching out. If there's an issue, let's say y'all in an argument, he hasn't reached out to you in a while, and you want to talk to him, call him. Call him. Pick up the phone and call him. What, are you in a standoff? Who's going to call first? Now, if you just genuinely don't want to talk to him, then hey, whatever. Yeah, I'm a Pisces. Then fine, don't call. You know, but if you are thinking about talking to him, then hey, yeah, call him. I call him up, hey, how you doing? I'm good. I'm missing you for real. Oh, for real? I thought you was mad at me. I am, but that don't mean I don't miss you. That don't mean I don't miss you. Oh, you miss me, baby? I mean, yeah. I mean, I thought we was I thought we was still, you know, I thought we was beefing. We can't beef and still love each other, huh? But because you beefing with me, you can't talk to me, huh? You depriving me of you. What you going to do? Beg for you, babe? Girl, let me tell you this, okay? You want to control some shit, you want to run some shit, put your ego aside. Girl, please. Y'all think you gonna pull him to your side and get him to see your point by trying to match egos. If he wanted to be with another man, he'd be with another man, girl. Okay, he with feminine energy. Show him what that feminine energy know how to do. Show him what we do. Okay, we soften. We're receptive energy. We're a magnet, girl. When we turn off feminine energy, it's like turning a magnet on. It's like turning on a magnet. It's going to pull him close. He won't know what to do. When you try to react to masculine energy with masculine energy, it's like a repellent. You ever turn the magnet around and tried to put a magnet together? They can't come together. It's because masculine energy and masculine energy don't work together, right? It's just like, it never works. You try to put two magnets backwards and put them together. They're going to repel each other. But when you turn it when you turn them towards each other, and that's that feminine energy, you pull them right there. You see what I'm saying? How long my braids? They're out right here. Right here. I like them up though. I'm not comfortable with these down yet. I just got them this morning. I don't know. I need to go in the mirror and do different looks first, and then I'm going to pull it out for y'all. Okay, but this is my safe look. No, but it's a lot of hair. I got a lot of hair back there. Yeah, and so, that's what we do. You mad at me? They break down so easy, and a man will give you apology so quickly. If you handle him in a soft way, you softness for him. He be like, da 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 da. You know what my go-to is? Honestly, it's not manipulative. This is just who I am. When a man, my boo-boo, is upset and da 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 da, he got all his mouth and I listen. Nope. Girl. Let those girls from earlier generations who did not know that their behavior was really repellent for men, let them do that. But in this generation, I'm not talking about age. I'm talking about people who want to learn new ways of doing things. In this generation, we don't do that no more. How often do I get my facials? Once a month. So I'll sit there and I just like, even if I disagree with everything he's saying. And then as soon as he get finished, because he waiting for you to just pounce back. He know what you can do because you already showed him before, right? And as soon as he get done, you know what I do? It's an easy go-to. As soon as he gets done, I go and I just lean in on his shoulder, like right in here, put my head right there. Or bury my face in his neck and just wrap my arms around him. And just bury, and then just let his body just release his weight onto me, and release my weight into him. And then next thing you know, he's gonna start inhaling you. You're gonna feel his heart start to pound. And you lean up and you kiss him on his neck. I love you, baby. I love you too. I love you, baby. I love you too. Look up at him. Look up at him with those eyes. You do, baby. I just want to tell you I love you. I love you too. And you just go back, because he's waiting on you to talk. Don't give him that talk yet. Fuck that. Lean back in again. And just keep laying there for a while. Just simmer there. Don't move. He love it, girl. He love it. He love being he love caressing you and being affectionate with you more than he like arguing with you. That's facts. So then what do you want? And then after he calms down and you calm down too, then you be like, keep looking up at him. Like, don't move away from him physically. Do not move away from him physically. Baby, I heard everything you said. You see how my head's tilted to the side? Soften. Not like that. Soften. Or like this. Whichever way. You pick your way. Or like this. I heard everything you said. And I'm sorry if I hurt you. Talk slow so he can interject. I'm sorry if I hurt you. I'm sorry if I hurt you too. I guess the only thing I just wanted you to know was just that when you said XYZ, that was really what hurt me. And it really hurt a lot when you said, you get your point across? girl, why we gotta yell? Why we gotta fuss? Why we gotta fight like we two big old men? Girl, bye. Girl, bye. Girl, bye. Only pain I need in my life is when they pulling on this head trying to put these braids in, honey. When they doing these cornrows, that's the only pain I need in my life. Outside of that, I don't need nothing. Yes, I have a book. It's called Get the Fuck Out of Your Own Way, A Guide to Letting Go of the Shit That's Holding You Back. It's available through the link that's on my Instagram page or the link that's directly above or below this video if you're watching on another platform right now. Yes, I have a book. It's a bestseller. It became a bestseller within a week. Okay? You can get it online, get it through my page. We got the audio version, all of that. Click the link on my Instagram page right in the bio. You said, I love how MJ gives a movie when he's giving advice or telling a story because I want you to understand what I'm telling you to do. Some of you girls are dense. You don't listen. So I have to show you what to do so that you can walk away and do it the right way. I know how you girls are. You're stubborn. Okay, you're not dense. You're stubborn. All right? Yeah, get it on Audible and the physical version. And the physical version. Absolutely. You said, I'm beautiful. Can I tell y'all this? I was not sure about my hair today. I got my hair done. I started this morning and finished till this afternoon, or like early afternoon. Anyway, I wasn't sure. I was very nervous. Every time I get a new hairstyle, I'm like nervous, right? So I was like, is it gonna look good? So I like what she did and everything like that. But I was like, is it gonna look good? Because I was so nervous today. And then a certain somebody, I'm not naming no names, picked me up. And as soon as I got in the car, he was like, you look good. You look real good. And I was just like, for real? Real, but I was like, you gotta say that. Like, I'm thinking, you gotta say that. You ain't gonna tell me I look bad, right? I was like, for real, I do. You really think I do? Like, I really look good? Like, I really do? He's like, yeah, you look real good. But you know how you don't be believing him? I wanted to believe, but I kind of didn't believe him. So I was like, okay, maybe I look good today. Maybe I look good today. You know? But y'all making me feel like I look good today. Thank you. Y'all, I'm serious. I'm serious. You're not blowing my head up with these compliments. You are giving me confidence. Okay, you hear me? Let me repeat that because I think I stumbled through it. You are not blowing my head up with these compliments. You are giving me confidence because I was not sure. Okay. Yeah, you said you're a Taurus and so you're bullheaded. But you gotta think about this. Are you bullheaded meaning that like, okay, you're bullheaded. Let's own that. Okay, you're stubborn. But what's more important to you? Getting a resolution where you and your partner can move forward in peace and more in love? Or holding your point but moving further apart? Because let me tell you this, breakups and broken relationships don't happen overnight. They happen argument after argument, confrontation after confrontation that's not handled the right way. And ultimately, two fractured people leave that exchange more fractured than they went into it, feeling less heard. And then next thing you know, you're broken up. Or you feel like, how do we grow apart? Couples ask me that all the time. How do we grow apart? I have no idea how we grew apart. Every single bullheaded argument pushed y'all further apart. Every single night that y'all went to bed angry, that pushed y'all apart. Every single unspoken thing pushed y'all apart. Every time you were more focused on proving your point than having peace, that pushed y'all apart. So yeah, how'd y'all get to this point? No, it didn't happen overnight. It happened month after month, year after year of mishandling each other's hearts. Because I guarantee you this, if you handle each other's hearts, the right way, I'm not saying you're going to be together forever. But I am saying that relationship is going to be far more pleasant than it would be otherwise, and you will be together for a very long time, and even if you don't work, it doesn't have to be a traumatic ending. So yeah, girl, I soften up. I don't give a damn. I can be rough. No, I'm not saying I can't be rough. I can be rough. I can be rough when I need to be rough. I can be rough when I need to be rough. Right? But when it's time to soften, I know when to soften. I know when to soften. Do I think that political opposites can be married? You mean like he's in one party, you're in another party politically? I think so. Just like I think two people from two different religions can be in a relationship. I think as long as you respect each other and probably avoid talking about certain subjects. You know what I mean? I think so. I think y'all will probably have some uncomfortable moments, but the reality is that you don't agree with everything that your partner says on every subject anyway. So I think it's possible. Is it ideal? I don't know, but I think it's possible. People do it all the time. You know? How do you know when to soften up or to stand your ground? That's a great question, Lena Beans. Well, I know to soften up when I want to resolve it. Sometimes you do need to stand your ground and get your point across. But the thing you got to remember is this. In a lot of cases, he's not in a position to even hear your point. Or whoever your partner is, he, she, doesn't matter, is not in a position to hear your point if your delivery is too combative. So sometimes you have to soften up so that you can hold your ground. Let me say that again. Some of y'all didn't get that. Sometimes you have to soften up so that you can hold your ground. Right? Sometimes you got to soften up so he can hear you. You know what I'm saying? When you soften up, it's like pouring a little water on the ground so that the soil can be more receptive. You see what I'm saying? That's what you got to do. So you got to soften up. When I talk about laying on his chest and baby, I'm sorry, being the first one to say, sorry, girl, please. You think I'm doing that for fun? Girl, no. I'm saying I'm sorry first because I mean it. But also because I need him to hear my point. I need him to hear my feelings. And maybe he's just not at a place of emotional growth to be able to hear me. If I'm like, being too harsh. Because baby, I can be like a cobra. I can be like a cobra. Look at me. I can be rough. Okay, I'm like a lion and a cobra all in one. Okay? I will pounce on you. Okay? And I'm talking about like if you come for me, let me be very clear in context. If you come for me, if you try me, if you're disrespectful to me, I don't care how pretty or cute or soft you may think I look. Remember, that is just my external appearance. Okay? I get invigorated from pouncing on that ass. Please don't fucking play with me. Okay? Please don't fucking play with me. Because I will go ham. It ain't going to be yelling. It ain't going to be doing all that stuff. But baby, you will get it in such a way. You will get it in such a way that you will know to never try me again. So with that said, I know that if I go where I can go, we probably not going to resolve this. So with that understood, because I know that resolving it is something that I want to do, and I want to protect our situation here. I've learned that it's better for me to put my energy into softness. It's better to lean into my femininity, right? It's better to lean into that. Because that's what's going to get us a better outcome rather than me leaning into being hard and heavy-handed and leaning into all that masculine energy that's not productive when you're trying to deal with someone you love. There are spaces and places to pull out that other energy. Pull it out there, but not with the one you love. Not with the one you're building a life with. Not with your children. Not with the people who you truly love. Nah, don't do that. Don't do that, baby. Don't do that. Don't do that, baby. Don't do that. You got that. You got it in you for a reason, but it's not for them. That holding, I'm going to hold my ground. I'm going to blah, blah, blah. That's not for them. I know you're good at doing it, but that wasn't designed for them. That was designed for those other motherfuckers who don't give a shit about you. You got to hold your ground with them because they don't give a fuck about you. Those people in the street, those people who are trying to take advantage of you, those people who don't care if you live or die, yeah, fuck them. Hold your ground. Don't back down. Give them motherfucking hell. Make them regret the day that they daddy met their mom and they decided to bring them into this earth. Make them regret it. You know what I'm saying? But not for the ones you love. Not for the ones you building a life with. Not for the ones you cherish having a future with. We give them our softest of soft. We give them our most feminine of feminine. We bite our tongue so that we can emotionally regulate ourselves, and then we don't open our mouths with them until we know we're coming from a regulated place that will reflect love, even when we're upset with them. Because they deserve it. You see what I'm saying? That's how I handle it. Now everybody else, I remember he told me one time, he said, baby, I see how you are when you deal with other people. He said, baby, I hope I don't never get on your bad side. I said, baby, you don't have to worry on my bad side. I said, you think you ain't done stuff to bother me? You done plenty to bother me. But you ain't got to ever worry about getting on my bad side. He said, why? I said, because what you talk about is my bad side, that will never come out towards you. He said, why? I said, because that only comes out towards people I don't love. I love you. I don't love them. I don't love them. If I saw their obituary in the newspaper, baby, I wouldn't give a fuck. I don't know them. I don't love them. The fuck? They don't love me. They don't give a fuck about me. So yeah, they gonna get that fire. They gonna get that fire. They want to pick with me, baby. They gonna get the bear. They gonna get it, but you will never get that. Because I love you. So make sure that you are managing your trauma, your triggers in such a way that you're able to regulate yourself to make sure that the ones who you love and who love you are getting love. Sometimes you're bleeding on the people that you should be loving on. And the people who you need to be bleeding on, the people you need to be handling it with them. Not physically, but you know what I mean, figuratively speaking. The ones you need to handle it with, they not getting it. You sit up here being harsh with the man at home and being soft with the one in the streets. Switch that. Switch that. Give those motherfuckers hell. Give those motherfuckers hell. Make them regret the day that they met you. But for the ones in your house, the ones you love, baby, give them the best of you. Soften. Learn to say I'm sorry. Learn to choose peace over proving your point. Learn to be able to be in a position with them where even when they trigger you, you can trust that they didn't do it to hurt you. But they simply did it because maybe they just didn't know it triggered you, or maybe they're operating from their trigger. You see what I'm saying? Now, for some of you all, you have people at home where they treat you worse than the people in the street. For some of you all, you have people, and I'm saying figuratively at home, people who you're close to, where they really don't treat you in a loving way. And you ask me, what's that? You say, MJ, well, how do I deal with those people? Well, baby, you treat them how they treat you. If they treat you like you somebody in the street, and they treat you in a way that doesn't reflect love, then what you do is you move them to the position of being somebody in the street, so to speak, in your life. Don't let them be close to you. If someone has proven that the access you've given to them, that they've abused it repeatedly, then take away that access irrevocably, because they've shown you who they are. Take it away. And then once you move them to the outskirts of your life, deal with them accordingly. But for the ones who remain, for the ones who stay close, for the ones who treat you right, treat them right. Treat them right. I'm telling you that right now. I don't have much battery on this phone, and my phone charging in the other room, and I'm wearing panties, so I can't get up to go get one. In a complicated situation. Well, hold on. Yeah, I can. I got a charger right here. Okay, girls, I was about to say, I can't do it. Okay? Hold on. Let's see if this will work. Okay. That's right, Kodak, Charm King. And once they show you who they are, believe them. Absolutely. I totally agree with you. Let's see my next question. When a man says that they need space, is it that they are scared of falling in love with that woman? It depends. So there are different ways of asking for space, and I think we need to be conscious of those different ways because you respond to those different situations differently. For example, if you are in a disagreement with your man, like an argument, whatever it may be, and he's like, baby, I just need some space right now. Indicative of I need some space to think. I need some space to process. That's very different than, baby, I need space in this relationship, right? I was watching this video of Lettucey and her husband, Ron. They're such a wonderful couple. And what they were saying was, she was telling the story, and she was talking about how, I guess they weren't, I don't think they were married yet at that time. And she was saying how they got into some kind of disagreement about whatever it was. And he had to get away. He wanted to get away just to get some space to think or whatever. And she was like following behind him. Like, no, you're going to listen to me. You're going to talk to me. And I may not be getting the details 100% correct, but, but this is what I remember. And so anyway, he calls her mom and is like, can you please talk to her? Her mom says, girl, go in the house. Leave him alone. Like, just leave him alone. Don't leave him alone forever. Like, just give him some space. And then she says, but he may not come back. Him wanting space triggered her to feel like, what if he doesn't come back? And he turns around and is like, no, I am going to come back. I just need some space right now, right? I just need some space right now. Hey, Flavio, I just need some, right? He said, I just need some space right now. So if a man wants some space and it's just because y'all are in an argument and exchange, he just needs some space right now, that's very different than a man coming to you saying, I need some space in this relationship. Because if a man's like, I need some space in this relationship, meaning I don't know if I want to be committed to you, I don't know if I want to be in this relationship, then at that point in time, hey, Model Club, at that point in time, to me, I don't stick in a relationship. If you tell me I need some space to think about if I'm going to be in this relationship, well, why don't I make you single in this relationship so you can think about it? Because I'm not going to sit up here and be your consolation prize and wait on you to figure out if you want me or not. You see what I'm saying? And and the question of, well, what does that mean? Does he have commitment issues? I don't give a fuck what it means. If he's saying he needs space and don't want to be close to you, I'm going through this, I'm going through that. Who gives a shit? Who gives a shit? If got commitment issues, girl, it don't fucking matter. What matters is the fact that he's not committed to you. Because my thing is, people who are committed to each other can go through what they go through and still stay committed. If you want to be together, you can be together. It's not, I need some space away from you. I need some space in this relationship so I can figure out what the fuck I want. What the fuck does that mean? No, I'm good. Nah. You want to know why? Because if I let you stay in my life, I'm talking for me personally. Maybe y'all don't think like I do. But if I let you stay in my life or I give you that space and then you come back eventually, then I'm going to forever be in fear of what happens the next time you're overwhelmed. Are you going to need space again? I'm going to be traumatized and triggered every time something comes up. Is this time you're going to need space again? I'm going to be living with the fear of the instability that your fluctuating feelings cause. And maybe somebody else can deal with that, but I'm not her. I can't deal with that. So with that understood, I got to protect myself. And protecting me means we're committed until we're not committed. And at the point in time that we don't want to be committed, it's no, I need space, I need to think about it. It's we're done. Handle me with care. I'm not no fucking yo-yo that you can push away and pull back, push away and push back. Fuck you. Hell no. Last thing I need is another man traumatizing me. Go traumatize somebody else with that shit. Or for that matter, go get a fucking therapist. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not that bitch. You said this one hurt, MJ. Honey, did it hurt you? Honey, we've all been there. Don't let no man play with your peace. I don't know if I want you or not. Well, I'm certain I don't want you. I remember one time, I think I got this lesson really locked in. I was probably like 26, 27. I met this guy. Oh my God. I met him, fabulous situation, met him, great everything, if you know what I mean, right? Dating for, I don't know, maybe a couple months, maybe 6 months. It wasn't very long. And I was really enjoying him. And then he said to me, I think we're at my house. We're at my home. When I lived in D.C. at the time. And I thought everything was going well, right? By this time, he even told me he loved me and everything, right? And he was like, can I talk to you? If ever a man tells you, can I talk to you? Girl, sit up straight. Lock those cheeks. Make sure you don't give too much emotion because you don't know what he's going to say. Gird your loins. Hey, Scott. I said, sure. What's going on? Once I start smizing, that means that my guard's up. I'm just being human. I'm telling you what it is. I'm like, sure, what's up? You see when these cheekbones get the rising? Girl, my guard's up. The cheekbones rise with my guards. I said, what's going on? He says, I like you, but I think I need some space. I need a break. I think I need a break. I need a break so that I can think. I said, could you share with me a little bit more about what led to this decision? He's like, no, it's not a decision. It's not a decision. I just wanted to talk to you about it. The fuck? You don't want to talk about anything. What do you think? We need to come to a consensus about this? You've already made your decision, right? But I said, no, please. I'm just curious. Always shoot them back with a question. Don't you answer their fucking questions. You shoot them back with a question. Don't you get trapped into being interviewed with, what do you want? What do you want? No. Because then if you answer all the questions, then they can always be in control, because if you say the wrong thing, then now, oh no, you didn't say the right thing. No. What I'm talking about, when a man comes to you with some triggering shit, when you know he about to fuck with your emotions, shoot back a question at him. Trust me, girls, I know. Could you share with me a little bit more about what made you bring up this conversation? I mean, I didn't know what you wanted to talk to me about, so when you brought this up, I haven't had time to process this. You've had time to process this before coming to me, so I just wanted to understand a little bit more about your line of thinking so that I can, of course, respond appropriately. What was it that led you to ask me this question? I don't know. I just feel like, things are going kind of fast, and, right? He started going to whatever his speech was. Now, the reason why you want to shoot the questions back at him is not about manipulation. It's about understanding what he's thinking. Because if you're the one who's doing most of the talking, and a lot of y'all like to talk, but if you're doing most of the talking, you're in the weakest position, because the more you talk, the more you let him know how you think, and then he can shape his words around what you think. And if he is a manipulative kind of man, then he can manipulate you based on that. So you shut your fucking mouth and give him questions so that he has to talk more. Because the more he talks, the more you can understand what he's thinking, and therefore you can make sure that you protect yourself. Stop thinking that you are more powerful in the conversation by talking more. The person who's talking the most is the weakest. Trust me. Okay? So I just want to make sure I understand. Because I really just want to understand. Okay. So you're saying that you feel like we move too fast. And don't say it in a judgmental way. Not like, so you saying we move too fast? No. Because remember, we want to open up, not shut down. So you're telling me that you feel like we move too fast. Okay. I understand. Not I agree. I understand. So you're saying that we move too fast. What else? I'm sure you've taken a lot of time to think about this, and this probably feels very heavy for you. So share with me more. Yeah, I don't know, and I was kind of confused about what I want. See, when he don't feel judged by you, he gonna tell you everything. And you need to know everything so you can know what's really in his head. See, some of y'all getting played real hard because you don't know what's in his head. So he can play you. Learn everything that's in his head so that you don't get played. Not so you can play him, but so he can't play you. Get all that out. And the only way you can get it out of him is by shutting up, asking good questions, always being the questioner. You the interviewer, not him, and listen in a non-judgmental way. Even if you judging him like hell in your mind, don't ever show it. And you're not sure what you want. That's understandable. I can imagine why you feel that way. Girl, really? No, we don't fucking agree with him. He's like a fucking idiot. But I can imagine why you feel that way. Now, let me give a caveat to you guys. Because I know there are some men who watch me and say, you're just teaching them to manipulate us. No, we're not. I'm not teaching them to manipulate all of you. What I'm teaching them to do is how to protect themselves from the men who want to fuck with their emotions, from the men who are not ready to commit, from the men who are going to waste their fucking time. If you're not one of those types of men, then this doesn't apply to you. But if you're one of those fuckheads who do this kind of dumb shit, then this does apply to you. I want to protect them from you. I want to make sure that you can't fuck them over, okay? So absolutely, if you think that this is manipulative towards you, then that's what the fuck it is, because you would manipulate them if I wasn't teaching this. But for the men who are good men, who are not here to play with my babies, then this doesn't apply to them, because my girls would never have to have this conversation with a good man, because a good man would never put them in this position. My hope is that my babies will never have to use these techniques. These are defensive techniques. Picture when you go to like a martial arts class or a defense. What do you call those things where you learn how to do defense, like, protecting yourself? You hope you never have to use it. Right? I'm teaching you what to do if you have to use it. So for the people who say, is this manipulating men? No, this is protecting you from fuckheads. Okay? So you go on. So go on, please tell me more. Tell me more. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't know what I want right now, and I feel like we rushed into this, and I just feel like, blah, 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 blah. Now, mind you, think in your mind, dude, you pursued me. Dude, you wanted to be in a relationship. You did this. Self-defense, that's the correct word, self-defense. You're the one who wanted to be in a relationship. So after he talks, because he did this to me, and that's what I learned. So after he went through that whole speech, and I just don't know what I want to do, so that's why I wanted to talk to you. See, maybe if we can take a break. So I heard him out. And I said, well, first of all, let me ask you, is there anything else you want to share with me? Thank you for being so honest with me. Thank you. I know it was hard. It was, wasn't it? It was, but thank you for being so honest with me. So he's like, well, how do you feel? Well, I think you're right. What you mean you think I'm right? I don't think we should be together either. No. I didn't say I didn't think we should be together. I was just wondering, should we have space? Well, maybe I got it wrong then. But I guess I do feel that we shouldn't be together just because what I'm hearing, it sounds to me like you're not certain. It sounds, and you have a right not to be certain. And it sounds to me like after all this time and intimacy together, you still don't know. And that's okay. But for me, I want, need, desire, and deserve someone who is certain and is sure. And I'm not in a position to wait on someone to become sure. So thank you so much for your honesty. I just can't tell you how much I appreciate your transparency. That took so much courage for you to bring that to me. Thank you. So what you mean? We broke up now? It sounds to me, well, I didn't break up with you. It sounds to me like we came to a mutual decision, right? We had a mutual decision. You came to me and told me your feelings. I agreed with them. And I'm just so happy that we were able to find a common ground. But I didn't say I wanted to break up with you. But you said you weren't sure about me. You said you thought you wanted a break. What did you mean by a break? Did you mean that I would still be like committed to you even though you're having a break from me? I mean, a break is a breakup. I don't know what you mean. When you meant a break, what did you mean by that? I just felt like we could take a step back. Okay, but what would that mean? That would mean, I'm assuming, no more intimacy, spending a lot less time together, no commitment. What did you mean by step back, break? I don't know. I mean, everything you're describing in a break, at least what I think of as a break, that to me is what I would describe as a breakup. Right? So I'm happy to honor your request for a breakup, call it what you want. I agree. Based on everything you shared, it feels like that's the best decision for us. And I just appreciate you for having the maturity to bring that up to me. You see how you just did that, girl? You see how we worked that out? If you want to get in your car and go home and cry, girl, cry about it. Call your best friend. But you don't cry in front of him and you don't beg him. Girl, no, you let it be. You let it be, girl. When a man is fucking with your feelings and playing with your heart, don't you ever let him see your vulnerability. I know we teach vulnerability, but vulnerability is for people who deserve it, not for people who want to fuck you over. Right? Play dumb to get him to talk when he's trying to fuck you over. And then once you get that information, you get all that out of him, then you motherfucking take that information, you protect yourself with it. You use his truth as your shield. And again, I reiterate, I'm not teaching you this to manipulate men. I'm teaching you this so you can protect yourself from men who are trying to manipulate you. Good men will never do this to you. If you're dealing with a good man, you will never need the lessons I'm sharing with you. If you're dealing with a man who loves you, respects you, who wants to be with you, who's committed to you, you will never have to use these techniques. So the men who are watching, the women who are watching, who feel like, oh my God, you're teaching us information in a way that's not good. You're teaching us how to manipulate. You're teaching us this. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm teaching you how to protect yourself from men who want to fuck you over. And I will teach you that until the day is long. I will never stop teaching you that. I will never stop teaching you that. You want me to teach you verbal defense techniques so that you can learn how not to be manipulated by a man? Let me tell you this. I'm happy to do it. I'm going to tell you this, okay? I practice what I preach. Because one thing about me, let me tell you this, okay? If you've ever been in an argument with me or a disagreement with me, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. Hey, Marilia, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And I'm not talking about no just basic disagreement that comes up. I'm talking about if you try to manipulate me, you know exactly who I am and you know how I roll, and I guarantee you probably not going to do it again. I guarantee you're not going to do it again. I guarantee you're not going to do it again. Because I'm not going to turn up. I'm not going to fuss. I'm not going to fight. I'm not doing none of that shit. I'm not doing none of that shit. Hell no. Sorry, y'all. I don't do that. No, sir. No, sir. No, sir. You know what I do? Exactly what I taught you. They want to da. I never start out by responding to your claims or to your questions. I start out with a question. If you come out at me in a way that's a little suspect, shoot back a question first. I feel blah, 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 and I'm mad at you for blah, blah, and da. Well, first of all, thank you for being so honest with me. I did want to ask a question because it's really important to me that I honor your feelings and that I respond to you in a way that really shows that I understand. So I guess I just want to ask you, could you share with me a little bit more about what made you feel like you wanted to bring up this conversation to me? I really want to know. And you know how I learned this technique? From men who tried to manipulate me. Oh yeah, you ever been with a man, you try to hold him accountable, and you like, and you did this and I feel like that, and blah, 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 and you mad at him, right? You tell him everything you think. He's like, but what you mean? And can you explain that more? He knows exactly what the fuck you're talking about. He knows exactly what you did, what he did. He knows exactly what you're saying, but he be using, you ever heard them try to do that? They try to frustrate you with that. But what you mean? Can you explain that more? I don't even remember. But when did I say that? Can you tell me more about that? You see what he's doing? He's doing it in an unproductive manner. Now we're going to do it in a protective way that protects us. Same technique, just in reverse. You think I made this shit about thin air? No, I learned it from being manipulated by men. No, I learned about watching men try to manipulate me as well. I said, oh, that's what you boys are doing. Well, baby, it's no fun when the cat's got the gun. Okay? I'm like, oh. Baby, I just would love for you to share with me a little bit more about what you're feeling because I want to make sure I understand. And I'm not using to gaslight him. I'm using it so that all that toxic thinking that's in his mind to bring it out of him so I can know exactly what I'm dealing with. I want to know exactly what's in my opponent's war chest so I can know what weapons I need to pull out. I don't know what kind of weapons I need if I don't know what's in his war chest. I use questions to reveal that. Tell me more. Oh, no, I didn't know you felt that way. I didn't know you felt that way. I had no idea. Well, thank you for sharing with me. I really appreciate it. You're just so honest. I honor that and I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, hug. And hold his hands while you do it. So based on everything you're sharing, it sounds to me like we'd probably be better off not together anymore. Because from everything you shared, it sounds like you feel the same way. And I have to tell you, I agree with you. That's why I think it's so amazing that you brought this up. Thank you for having the courage to bring this up. Namaste. Thank you. Girl, please. You think I give a fuck? Manipulate him just like he tried to manipulate you. Not so you can hurt him, so you can protect yourself. If you like this video, click like and click share and go watch the replay on YouTube because it's going over there. If you don't have my book, Get the Fuck Out of Your Own Way, A Guide's Letting Go of the Shit That's Holding You Back, click the link that's directly above or below this video or the link that's on my Instagram page to get your copy. Don't forget the audio version is available and you can even buy a copy for someone else because some people need these lessons. All right, y'all. Bye, y'all. Go over to YouTube. We'll be over there in a couple minutes.